In the poll I mentioned in the Hands of Time video, Secrets of Forbidden Spinjiztu and Crystallize were very close to each other. But honestly, Secrets of Forbidden Spinjiztu is my second favorite season of Ninjago. And I'll be explaining why in this video. If you want to see more Ninjago videos, you should subscribe. You should do that right now. The first thing we see is Zane having a vision of the events of the season. This is really cool to me, as Zane has had visions before, going as far back as the first season. He even mentions them in this scene.
Like the vision about the titanium dragon, and the vision before that about the green ninja?
The ninja are relaxing, but Wu does not like that. Something I don't like about the season is Wu's aggression. He's so angry and aggressive in the first couple of episodes. The ninja get back to training, and Sensei Wu flattens them, while saying the classic fail. The animation and visuals, again, are so great. I've already praised how the season looks before, but let it be known, I love it. The episodes have been cut in half, from 22 to 11 minutes. There was a massive uproar about it, and it was changed back in Dragon's Rising. But I don't have a problem with this. We still get plenty of episodes, and there's still an overarching plot, so I don't get the fuss. The ninja wants something to do, so they go to the police commissioner for things to do. The ninja see a pyramid that has recently been found, so they go to explore it. The big thing everyone uses against the season to justify that it's bad is the first 6 episodes are so close to being filler. Until they release Asphira, the episodes come off as very filler. But they all kind of work towards unleashing Asphira, which is where the plot picks up, so I don't know. The ninja get new vehicles which can be turned into marketable Lego and head off to their quest. Listen, I'm going to speed through the events of these episodes because there isn't anything crazy to talk about. They are still entertaining episodes, but for this video, I'll give you the rundown. The ninja relax, get attacked by a giant beetle, get stuck on a rock. Zane goes into the beetle. They meet Clutch Powers and go into the pyramid. They make it to the tomb, and Zane realizes that the snake from his visions is held here, but it's too late. Asphira yoinks Kai's powers and uses Spinjiztu. She then heads to Ninjago City looking for a treacherous deceiver who betrayed her in her past. Now we are in full plot territory. Psych, we get an episode about Nelson. It's not complete filler, as Nelson informs Pixel where the ninja are so she can save them later on. The ninja need to escape the tomb while still being chained together, which is pretty entertaining. Plus, Kai is unconscious, so they have to drag him around, which elevates the comedy. Honestly, the writing in this whole season is so good. Every character is written excellently, and the jokes are quite funny. The ninja escape the pyramid, thanks to Pixel, and head off to stop Asphira. The episode Snake Catastrophe is a neat episode. We see Asphira invade Ninjago City through a news broadcast, with different news reporters and commercials highlighting the chaos. We even get Asphira's goals caught on these cameras, which is a cool way to explain what's going on. The ninjas show up to fend off the snakes, but Kai doesn't help much because, he's got no powers, remember? Kai starts to doubt himself and wants to sit the fight out. Asphira wants this scroll, so the ninja go to intercept it. Of course, there's a big fight over it, which is sick. The scroll in question gives the wielder a major power up. Asphira gets away with the scroll, but Kai comes back to save the others. Yippee! Kai, Jay, and Cole try to find Scales, who might know something about Asphira, because, she's a snake. Zane, Lloyd, and Nia try again to get the scroll. Scales tells the 3 ninja that Asphira was locked away after a young boy befriended her and then betrayed her. They believe it was Garmadon, but in a shocking reveal, it was Master Wu! This season has so many twists, and they all work. In a flashback, we get to see Child Wu and Garmadon, and we see how rebellious Wu is, and how Asphira ended up locked away. Basically, in exchange for letting Wu and Garmadon out of their cell, Asphira wants them to teach her Spinjitzu. We get to see why Asphira sees Wu as a treacherous deceiver, and that there are 2 scrolls of forbidden Spinjitzu. Asphira is such a hypocrite. She starts throwing shade and threatening Wu, then gets upset that he didn't show her all of his secrets. Back to the present, Asphira storms the monastery, with Lloyd, Nia, and Zane tracking down the second scroll. They get the second scroll from these fine chaps at the Explorer Club. The scrolls can corrupt the wielder if they are used for too long. Just keep that in mind.
I said I'll be careful! Nia, I'm sorry.
Asphira bursts into the basement and makes this mech arm disappear. All hope is lost, until Lloyd shows up. Then starts my favourite fight of the show. Another blast from Asphira sends the rest of the mech away. Then Zane freezes Asphira. But before she is defeated, she also sends Zane away with the second scroll. Wu finds out that she sent Zane to one of the 16 realms.
The Never Realm.
Wu decides to take Traveler's Tea and send himself to the Never Realm to save Zane, but before he can leave, the ninjas steal the tea and plot to head there themselves. But before they can leave, Wu stands before them holding the scroll. Wu begins to lash out, obviously being influenced by the scroll. They do manage to subdue him, and Pixel sends them to the Netherrealm. I love this scene. Wu was trying to tell them something, but the ninja believe that the scroll is influencing his words. But he was actually trying to tell them that the Traveler's Tea can't bring them back.
Traveler's Tea grown in Ninjago won't work in the Netherrealm. I lied so that I could go alone.
This is so cool to me, because it makes sense why they don't listen to Wu, but it also makes sense why Wu is so adamant about going alone. And so ends the Fire chapter. Yes, the season is split into 2 parts, the Fire chapter being about Asphira, and the Ice chapter being about the repercussions of Asphira, birthing a new villain. Let's see what happens. The ninja crash into the Netherrealm and immediately lose the land bounty and the Traveler's Tea. Great start. They trek their way through the cold until they find people frozen in blocks of ice. They are still alive, however, so the ninja are forced to move on. Some villagers find them and take them back to their village. The village leader tries to look for Zane through magic dust, and they see the Ice Emperor's castle. They see this as him being captured by the Ice Emperor, which is a fair reason. At the Ice Emperor's castle, we see Vex warning the Emperor about the ninja coming after their prisoner, which must be Zane. Blizzard's samurai head to the village, and the village leader tells them that the fire they have is the only one because the winter is so cold that they can't light another one. Kai could make another one, but he doesn't have his powers, which ties into him feeling useless.
Whoa, did you see that?
I saw it. It's like the ice was controlling him.
When the samurai attack, the general destroys the eternal fire, which is what they were really there for. Some inspiring words later, and Kai manages to create a small fire to start the fire again. He can only make small amounts of fire, so his powers aren't fully back. Nia can't use her powers either, since there is no water around to control. Similar to her brother, Nia feels useless. Lloyd decides to try and find Zane alone, while the others stay with the village. We see Vex talking to a shadowy prisoner. That's most likely Zane, right? Lloyd is attacked by wolves, but a white and red wolf saves him. But then he's attacked by samurai, and the wolf saves him again. He discovers the land bounty and uses it as shelter for the night. In the middle of all the action, we get a full filler episode about the mechanic, Ultraviolet, and Fujidove talking shit about the ninja. They present the stories in this new art style, and I don't mind it. Back in the Netherrealm, Lloyd and the dog stumble upon a massive bird, and the mech that was zapped here by Asphira. Zane isn't with the mech, however, so Lloyd fixes it up and uses it to beat the crap out of the bird. Oh my god. Nia trains with the village leader to control ice, because, you know, it's just frozen water. Cole feels as if he's let everyone down by losing the Traveler's Tea. But when he hears of a Traveler's Tree, he decides to try and right his wrong. He finds himself on an ice bridge that is slowly collapsing. Oh no! All of a sudden, a massive Yeti comes out of nowhere and tackles Cole. He begins decimating it. Relax, Cole. Cole gets knocked out and he wakes up in the Yeti's cave. He drops icicles on it and investigates the cave. Cole realizes that the Yeti is the only one left because the Ice Samurai killed his whole family. God damn. This is Craig. He's actually a really cool guy. He wasn't attacking Cole on the bridge. He was saving him. It was all a big misunderstanding. Craig shows Cole the Traveler's Tree, but when Nia and Jay find Craig's cave, they attack him. But it's cool now. Craig decides to say goodbye to his family and goes with the ninja. On Lloyd's venture, he fights this rock guy. In the battle, Red is injured, but after sunrise, Red is gone and a girl is there. This is Akita. Akita is a formling. Formlings can shapeshift into animals. After Harumi, Lloyd finds it very hard to trust new people, so this upsets him greatly. They make up though. This is a good time to mention why I like this season so much. Multiple storylines. Almost every character has their own thing to do or overcome. Obviously, the main story is about saving Zane, but there are smaller stories within that. Kai dealing with and overcoming his powers being stolen. Nia learning to control ice so she doesn't feel as useless. Jay is kinda just there. Cole trying to make it up to everyone for losing the Traveler's Tea. Lloyd heading out to save Zane. Wu and Pixel are trying to figure out a way to bring the ninja home. Even the side characters have goals. Craig wants to protect his new friends and avenge his family. Akita also wants revenge on the Ice Emperor for an event we see in a flashback with that new art style. We learn that Akita has a brother who can turn into a bear, and that Vex was actually a formling. Unfortunately, Vex never got an animal form and thought everyone was shaming him behind his back when they actually didn't care. Vex was eventually banished from the formling village. I like how we learn more about Vex and why he's evil. He craves power, whether it's over people or the whole realm, because of his insecurities about being powerless. Akita's village was later frozen by this ice dragon, and her brother fell to this dragon, leaving Akita alone. The same ice dragon rampages through the village, with Kai being the only one there to fight it off. With Kai's powers weak, he's unable to stop the dragon, and the entire village is frozen. Lloyd and Akita find themselves at the Ice Emperor's castle, but the Ice Dragon crashes the party and kidnaps Lloyd. We see Wu and Pixel trying different ways to get the ninja home. And hey, is that a Chima reference? We get another flashback episode, showing Vex shortly after he was exiled from the Formlings. He tries to finesse the previous Emperor, but he gets sent away. He stumbles upon the mech's arm after it was sent here, and sees Zane fall from the sky. He watches Zane and sees the power he possessed with the scroll of Forbidden Spinjiztu. Zane was the one who put the mech back together and hid it in the cave. While doing a diagnostic scan on the mech, Vex interrupts it and Zane loses his memories. Vex convinces Zane that he was once the ruler of the realm, but he was casted out of his castle. After taking back his apparent throne, he sits there for decades with the scroll slowly corrupting him into the Ice Emperor we see now. This is such a cool and unique concept. I haven't seen anything like this before. And it's sick and kind of depressing to know that in the moments between Zane being sent here to the ninja arriving, it's been decades. I love how everything just comes together so well. Lloyd comes face to face with the Ice Emperor.
Remember when I threw his reds in with your whites and all your clothes turned pink?
Hey look, a season 1 reference. Lloyd eventually puts everything together and tries to convince the Ice Emperor of his past, but he gets locked up. The rest of the gang find the land bounty, and we finally get to see who the prisoner was that we kept seeing. It's Akita's brother, Kitaru. It's all connected, bro. It's so good. The land bounty is up and running again, and they head to the castle. Lloyd and Kitaru are released by the Ice Samurai General, which is Grimfax, the previous emperor who Zane overthrew. This is really sick! Why do people hate this season? The three of them team up to take out the Ice Emperor. Team Crag has a run-in with the Ice Dragon, and they run it over! That doesn't keep it down though. Kitaru and Grimfax keep Vex and the other Ice Samurai busy as Lloyd goes to confront the Ice Emperor. Oh yeah, Akita is also there, and she almost murders him. Team Crag also figures out that the Ice Emperor and Zane are the same person, but the dragon gets back up. Nia's training pays off as she drops ice on the dragon, but that doesn't put it down either. And then Kai's powers return and he kills the dragon. Meanwhile, Lloyd and the Ice Emperor fight, but before Lloyd is finished off, Zane finally remembers who he is, and the realm is free of their eternal winter. The only problem left is that the ninja can't get home. But of course, they learn that mixing Traveler's Tree leaves and berries can get them home. Vex is cast away once again, and everyone says goodbye. And the season is over. This season is great. I think it was the art style and animation change, combined with the 11-minute episodes, that threw fans into a loop. That, along with the episodes being kind of fillerish at the start, they ditched the show and referred to it as garbage. My only complaint is that there was never any references to this season, other than the Ice Emperor cameo in Crystallize. I think that having a plotline of Zane having some sort of PTSD or something would be a great idea. Now that Dragon's Rising has combined all the realms, we may see Akita, Kitaru, and even Vex again. All we can do is wait and see. Give the season another chance. I'm sure you enjoy it just as much as I did.